Hey guys, so Whispers of the Old Gods is finally here for us to play with. I've been playing with a lot of decks, as I'm sure most of you have, but I decided to make a video about the one deck that has had the most success for me, and I've been having the most fun with too. So this is a standard mid-range Cthulhu Warrior. I believe I saw Tice post this, and I either altered it a bit or kept it exactly the same. But I like the idea of Cthulhu, but my biggest thing about Warrior is I like being able to control the board, and I worried about if you wanted to play Cthulhu and you wanted to play all the Cthulhu cards, you may have to get rid of Shield Slam Execute, and luckily we're able to make room for both of those in this deck, which are very important to me. There's a few things I'm missing out on, like I used to run Double Brawl and Heavy Control Warrior, but this isn't Heavy Control. This is more mid-range, so you'll have more minions on the board to keep up with fast decks and other mid-range decks, and you won't have to rely on Brawl every time, because you'll just have you'll have minions on the board. So, we're just going to go through the deck card by card, starting with Blood to Ichor. So, Blood to Ichor is actually a really good card. It might be one of my favorite cards in the set, and it's one of the best cards in this deck. So it's a 1 mana card, which is awesome, of course, having cheap cards. Deal 1 damage to a minion, and if it survives, summon a 2/2 slime. So, like, right away you think, like, if you have this in your opening hand and somebody plays like a 1-drop and it has 1 health, you don't get any value out of it, which is true. It's just a kill a card if you use it that way. But if you look at the rest of the deck, which we'll get to, of course, but this card synergizes with so much stuff. So you could just drop this on a big guy and then just execute it. You get a 2/2 slime, and you clear the big minion. There's one way. You can combo it with Acolyte of Pain, draw a card, get a 2/2 slime for 1 mana. It's pretty insane. And I also like using it on the Crazed Worshipper here. So that's the Cthulhu card with Taunt, and whenever this minion takes damage, you give your Cthulhu +1/+1. So you could play this, and then you can play Blood to Ichor, make this a 3/5 with Taunt, but your Cthulhu is also getting +1/+1. So there's just tremendous value here. There's a million things you can do with this card, and I'm a really big fan of this card. I'm also running the standard Execute, standard Shield Slam, running 1 Whirlwind, double Axe, of course. I'm running a Battle Rage for some card draw, because I do have Acolyte of Pain for card draw, but that is about it. So I wanted to play Battle Rage in here to get some card draw. Double Slam helps you proc Execute. Oh, there's your other card draw. Sorry, I forgot about Slam. Slam gives you card draw, procs Execute, kills 2 drops at 2 health. It's a very versatile card too, much like Blood to Ichor. Double Armorsmith. I like getting Armorsmith out because in a more mid-range deck like this, you're going to have more minions, so you're going to be doing more minion damage, more minion trading. So Armorsmith is key here to help build up your life. Just gets a lot of value easily in this deck. Back under Evil, the standard Cthulhu 2-drop, so give your Cthulhu 2/2. Acolyte of Pain, as I mentioned, for card draw. Bran, because Bran just synergizes with every Cthulhu card, because every Cthulhu card has Battle Cry. Bran plus the other card I'm about to show you, Disciple of Cthulhu. You can play this and deal 4 damage to a minion and get +4/+4. So that's a pretty insane combo. Bran plus Disciple, that's only a 6 mana combo. And there's been many times when, for whatever reason, I'm approaching turn 7 where my Cthulhu isn't +10/+10. So what I can do is if I have this other card, Crazed Worshipper, if I have that out on the board and I'm about to play it on turn 5, turn 6, I can play this and then I can combo it with Blood to Ichor, which deals 1 damage to it, gives my Cthulhu +1/+1, and this turns into a 3/5, and I have a 2/2 on the board. And then most likely they'll have to deal damage to it to kill it, so that sometimes gives me the edge in a lot of my games. Just because Crazed Worshipper, he gave me the edge to turn 7, exactly on turn 7 to hit 10 on Cthulhu. So then I got Shield Bearer and Twin Emperor. It's pretty sick what Crazed Worshipper can do. That's Crazed Worshipper. I'm also running Sylvanas. Sort of acts as a removal. It's a definite big threat. If they play Cthulhu, sometimes I just play Sylvanas, or I'll just play Sylvanas when I know they're about to play Cthulhu, and then they can't play Cthulhu that turn because they have to deal with Sylvanas. If I'm playing a Cthulhu deck, that is. So Sylvanas is kind of like a BGH replacement. I'm not really playing BGH in this deck. I kind of would like to, but I don't really have room for it, and I'm not trying to make this deck like half Cthulhu, half removal cards. I'm trying to go all one deck, all one way with the deck, so that it's the most effective and wins more games that way. Speaking of winning more games, this deck has about a 70% win rate so far. I'm not super high in ladder this season. I'm only about rank 10 right now. But I can see this, and I've been on win streaks before with this deck. I went from rank 13 to rank 10 with this deck so far. So I can see this going much further with the last few days of the season. Also running Black Knight, I feel personally that Black Knight is pretty much mandatory, at least for the first week or two of Wrath of the Old Gods, especially with cards like Twin Emperor. Uh, there's the new Shaman card that can basically cost no mana. Um, there's I just feel like there's going to be a lot of taunts, and Silence is nerfed, so you can't play Silence. Not many people are playing Silence, so I just think Black Knight is just incredibly important in the meta, at least early until the meta set is down and we know what people are playing. If aggro comes around, then Black Knight's obviously not very important. But I think Black Knight, because some people even give Cthulhu taunt. There's that one card that gives Cthulhu taunt. So I just think Black Knight is incredibly important for testing purposes. So I'm running a Black Knight. Also running a Gorehowl. Warrior unfortunately has lost Deathbite in Standard. Rip Deathbite. That's one of the best cards in the game. So you kind of have to run Gorehowl as another method of removal. Can also just go 7 damage to the face if you have lethal that way. Um, so I'm running Gorehowl just as another weapon because just 2 Fiery War Axes won't cut it. I have a lot of mid-range in here, but I definitely need another weapon. I already talked about Ancient Shield Bearer. The card's insane. You just get a ton of armor. If you're able to combo it with Brand, that's even more insane. Just 20 armor, just like that. I mentioned Twin Emperor. This card's actually really crazy. If you have a 10 attack Cthulhu, you just get 2 4/6s with taunt. And like I'm saying, you look at like Priest. Priest doesn't have Light Bomb anymore. There's no like the only removal I can think of right now that could easily clear these are there's the Shadow Flame with Warlock, Brawl. Um, it's just not as without like with some of the hard removal going in Priest and a lot of people not playing Black Knight and just there's a lot of cards that are gone from Standard or gone from the meta that just make Twin Emperor really really impactful on the game. So I think Twin Emperor is probably one of the best neutral legendaries in the game, definitely in the set, and it's had a lot of value for me. And then of course ending with Cthulhu. So this is the deck paying I'm playing with for the most right now. It's the most amount of games I've had on it, and I'm gonna keep playing it. So hopefully I'll have some more highlights and stuff for you going forward. But you're about to check out 2 games I just had today on ladder with this deck. So check them out. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have success with the deck. If you have any suggestions to it, and I hope you guys are enjoying Whispers of the Old Gods.
Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Victory or death.
Are you my master?
Do you hear its call?
strike. Speak to me.
So many wonderful poisons.
Are you my master?
Flee, screaming, breathing the pain.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Let the pain speak to me. Breathing the pain.
This way.
Ready to ride. I bleed for Cthulhu.
You have already lost.
Mind if I roll need?
This is our town, scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
Feel my pain.
It was your fault.
Begins now. Come, let You're not that sharp.
Ha, this guy's toast.
You have already lost.
Who knows what secrets will uncover? Cthulhu!
Too soon.